Welcome back to 843 TV. We're now here with Miss Carolyn Coppola. She is the founder and executive director of Celebrate Bluffton, Inc. How are you today?
Very good, thank you.
So tell everybody what inspired you to start Celebrate Bluffton.
Well, after making a decision to change careers about 5 years ago, I started work on an MFA in Historic Preservation at SCAD. So I was conducting research on a heritage tourism project and discovered that Bluffton was actually one example of a previously undocumented cultural landscape. And by cultural landscape, I mean a place that's defined by specific social, political, economic, and physical characteristics. So more exciting than that was the fact that when I tried to compare the contemporary towns that had shared these historical characteristics, Bluffton was the only survivor in what had been known as Beaufort District, and it may well be the last example of this cultural landscape in all of Low Country. So I felt morally obligated to bring this new history into public history and needed a vehicle for that. So I needed to research, develop, and deliver it. And I worked with the town and other organizations and developed the concept of a nonprofit organization that would be the vehicle for making this history public. And so Celebrate Bluffton, Inc., a new nonprofit in Bluffton, was born. And our mission is to connect residents and visitors to Bluffton's rich historical and cultural past. And we're going to do that through three main areas of activities. The first and most visible is heritage tourism. We're going to expand heritage tourism offerings in Bluffton. Our first product will be a heritage trail, the Bluffton Heritage Trail. Secondly, we are going to act as preservation advocates to protect the environment that is attractive to both residents and visitors, and we will have education programs to support that. So we're focused on the preservation of both the built environment and the cultural heritage in Bluffton, which is, and beyond, Low Country.
I think that's something that residents who live here and come visit, I think people appreciate that, and I think that's one of the reasons why it makes this place so special, because people really truly care about preserving why they came here.
Right.
And I know Shelley's got a question for you, but I was going to ask, to put it in perspective, what were some of the other towns that were close to, not being a part of this?
Well, it was Gillisonville, Grahamville, Haywardville, McPhersonville, Robertville, St. Helenaville, and Lawtonville.
Wow.
And all of those were either destroyed by Sherman's troops during the Civil War or by natural disaster after the Civil War. Mm-hmm. So we don't have any other examples that have retained those original characteristics.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is, and it makes Bluffton just ripe for the telling of this piece of American history.
Perfect.
That sort of gets lost in the telling of Southern history and Low Country history. This is really an example of a unique aspect.
It's just
of
proof of how special we really are.
Yeah, I think that's great because there is some untold history here, and a friend of mine, Jeff Fulgham, wrote the Bluffton Expedition. So there's a lot of information. He's done lectures about, the Civil War, the different things that have gone on in Bluffton in the past, and a lot of people don't know about them. So, the activities that you're going to be doing with Celebrate Bluffton, Inc. are going to be beneficial to the town, I imagine. As far as bringing people in. And
right, we anticipate a great number of benefits to the entire community. The Heritage Trail will prompt people to explore all of Bluffton. We are not limiting this to Old Town Bluffton, it's all of Bluffton. So the location of the trail sites cover a lot of ground. So we're going to be encouraging people to move through Bluffton by foot, by bike, by car, by boat, whatever they fancy. And because the trail is self-paced, it's going to allow people to explore in their own time. As the trail grows, we expect that people are going to want to spend more time in Bluffton.
Right.
We're looking at this as potentially a multi-day experience. So people are going to be looking for places to eat, places to stay, places to be entertained. So this is an opportunity for both the existing businesses in Bluffton or potential businesses, new businesses, to be inspired and expand. We also will see an increase in visitation to the two historic properties that are open to the public in Bluffton, another way to touch and feel. And the increased attention to the town will certainly maintain, if not increase property values. And we also expect that we will be promoting stewardship of our cultural resources. We need to preserve the assets that make Bluffton really special, and that also includes planning for future growth and development. Preservation is about careful planning for the future and taking your valuable resources into the future. So we're going to use preservation advocacy as a tool for sustainable development so that we retain those resources that make Bluffton really special. We also know that so many people have fallen in love with Bluffton, and that's why it's truly the heart of Low Country. And we hope that through the work of Celebrate Bluffton, we're going to give everyone new reasons to fall in love with Bluffton all over again.
Is all of this information on your website for people who want to figure out where the trails are, when the activities begin, and to watch the growth of Celebrate? Should they just go visit celebratebluffton.com?
Yes, please visit celebratebluffton.com and our Facebook page, where we will be announcing things as they are occurring and happening. The Heritage Trail will first be deliverable through a downloadable app. And so it will be available 24/7 from anywhere. We're hoping that it attracts people from anywhere in the United States or abroad who we can pique their interest and get them to come into Bluffton to experience firsthand all that Bluffton has to offer.
That's great. Well,
sounds exciting.
Thank
There's
you for
always
being here.
something growing. So make sure that you go and visit celebratebluffton.com, and make sure that you join us next time for more 843 TV.
where communities come to speak.